It is time. Lemonade League game number 9 coming your way from Cooley Law School Stadium. Glad to be here along with you. I'm Jesse Goldberg-Strassler, joined by Adam Jackson. Yesterday, Adam, we saw a game in which 26 total runs were scored.
15 hits as well. We saw a ton of walks and multiple half innings that many batters came to the plate and each team batted around. It's crazy to think we had 26 runs, Jesse, but only had runs scored in 5 different half innings.
Hey, let's go back. Let's have a look at the highlights from yesterday. Yesterday, the Locos trying to end a 4-game losing streak against the Lug Nuts, and we're actually going to begin with some defense. You'll see a lot more offense, but I bet this 4-6-3 double play to get Christopher Schmies out of the first inning.
Well, it's exactly what the freshman needed, Jesse.
Things would not go so well in the second inning. This Joey Paywan single loaded up the bases. Van Acker followed, a sac fly, and the Lug Nuts were on the board.
Yeah, this was the start. They got a couple of walks. That base hit came from Paywan, and Acker delivered.
That brought in Hunter Lay, made it 1-0. The Lug Nuts would quickly add to their lead. On this wild pitch, in comes Gabe Sotres, rushing in from third and just eluding the tag, and it's 2-0. Then a single, left center field. Colin Cornwell plates 2. He had himself a monster game.
Yeah, he certainly did. 3 hits, 3 RBI, and then the guy right behind him in the lineup, Mark Connolly, delivered as well.
There he is, a line drive base hit to right field. That was one of 2 hits for Connolly. That brought in Cornwell. That made it 5-0. They weren't done. Zaid Walker welcomed new reliever John Holt into the game with this RBI single, and it was a 6-run second.
Walker continues to produce in the middle of the order as he had 2 more hits yesterday.
But how about on the other side? The Locos came firing back in the 4th inning on this RBI single by Ben Compton. A 9th run scored in the bottom half of the 4th inning, and they weren't done. Passed ball through Gabe Sotres, and a 10th run comes in.
Well, they were just extremely patient, Jesse. Walk after walk, station to station, inning for them, and they racked up 10 hits to take the lead.
Now the Lug Nuts were not done. In the top of the 5th inning, Van Acker's 2-run single helped them tie the score at 10-10. But in the bottom half of the 5th inning, Garrett Lanker's first hit in the Lemonade League, an RBI single, part of a 5-run rally. It was 15-10. And albeit the Lug Nuts did get 1 run back in the top of the 6th, this flyout by Van Acker to left meant that this ball game was over. They shortened it by 1 inning. A 15-11 Locos win.
Well, great competitiveness from both sides. The Locos come back to take the lead. Then the Lug Nuts come right back. Then the Locos answer, and they do end up snapping that 4-game skid. It was a wild one, but a fun one, and a nice win for the Locos.
All right, when we return, we'll have the starting lineups. You'll see a familiar face at the very top of the Lug Nuts order once again. This is the Lemonade League. Time now to check in with your starting lineups in the Lemonade League. Jesse Goldberg-Strassler back with you alongside Adam Jackson. Let's begin with the visitors. The Locos here today, the winners of yesterday's game. And it's Adam Purdy right back at the top of the order, batting .400. Purdy followed by Heike Steigels McCormack, Preston Ruddock-Lanker, Williams Henley, and Nolan Knopf is on the mound for the Locos here today. I'd heard Nick O'Day. All right, so there's your Locos starting lineup, and Adam, looking over those hitters, who stands out to you?
Well, we got to start with Adam Purdy. He's continued to hit the ball very well. Yesterday, so important to that Locos win. He drew a couple of walks, also had a base hit, scored a couple of runs, and also drove in a run. So, like the look at the Locos lineup at the top with Adam Purdy.
And let's look on the other side now at the Lug Nuts starting 9. You can see just a gorgeous day for baseball here at Cooley Law School Stadium. As we're getting things together for you, I can go through that Lug Nuts starting 9 for you. Darren Davis will lead off, as a matter of fact. Well, let's look back at that Locos order. There is Nick O'Day as the starting pitcher. We'll see if Nolan Knopf does, in fact, come in relief, but it is the Wayne State Warrior who gets the start today. And you see Brennan Shire moving up to the number 2 hole. So no Zach Heike in that starting lineup today. But Adam Purdy batting .400, the igniter at the very top. And they drew 15 walks as a team to help out Ben Compton's monster stay offensively. Let's have a look now at the Lug Nuts starting 9, whom Nick O'Day, the Wayne State Warrior, will be opposing. And it does begin with Darren Davis, Adam, right back in that starting lineup, followed by Connolly, Morrow, Walker, Cornwell, Lay, Rydquist, Kavanaugh, and Acker. What a great offense.
Yeah, you just look at the first 5, and you and I were just discussing. Colin Cornwell yesterday leads off for the first time, gets 3 hits, drives in 3, scores a run, and steals a base, and he moves down to the 5 spot, just showing you how deep this lineup is. Welcome back, Darren Davis, the man that leads the league in hits. He's been a threat so far through all 7 of the games in the Lemonade League that he's played.
On the mound for the Lug Nuts, receiving his second start, is Adam Dorstowitz. We saw Dorstowitz looking good out of the pen, but his last time on the mound, when he did receive that start, Dorstowitz had some issues. We see how he rebounds from it today, the difficult left-hander from Kalamazoo.
Yeah, he's been opposite of what we've seen in this league so far on the hill in terms of really good the first time and then kind of a setback the next time up. So interested to see if he could sandwich that setback with getting back to his original form, Jesse, where he was getting strikeouts left and right. He came in, faced 3 batters, strikeout, 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 and his day was done in the opener. So can he get back to finding the zone, getting those swings and misses, and help the Lug Nuts potentially bounce back after their first loss in the last 5 games played?
You just saw with Dorstowitz, 6 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts, more than 1 strikeout per inning. So there are the 2 starting lineups. Here we are at Cooley Law School Stadium, and first pitch is on its way on the horizon after the anthem. This is the Lemonade League. Our national anthem has been played. Let's have some Lemonade League baseball, shall we? Big thanks to the folks in the control room, to Daniel, to Mitchell, to Terry, to Chris, right on down, and the entire crew. Lemonade League baseball game number 9. I'm Jesse Goldberg-Strassler, joined by Adam Jacksa. And there you see the Lug Nuts amassing and breaking from the first base side to take their defensive positions. They look a little bit like this. Darren Davis heading out to shortstop. At third base, Mark Connolly. At second base, Van Acker, and at first base, Andrew Morrow. Good to have Darren Davis back, the Toledo Rockets shortstop out of Ann Arbor Skyline. In the outfield, there's Zaid Walker playing in right field. In center field, it's Colin Cornwell, and in left field, it's Jake Rydquist, whom we saw on the mound yesterday. And the catcher, Hunter Lay. Sun shining down. Lay receiving the pitches from the left-hander Adam Dorstowitz from Kalamazoo College. For Dorstowitz, entering his 4th appearance, his 2nd start in the Lemonade League. 6 innings, 7 hits, 5 walks. He has struck out 7. Of the outs that he's recorded, simply on balls put into play, 6 in the air, 4 on the ground. But when he gets swings and misses, watch out. And he'll be taking on Purdy, Shire, and Steigels at the very top of this Locos order. The home plate umpire, Mitch Tresiak. The bases umpire, Thomas Burrell. Let me welcome back in my broadcast partner now, Adam Jacksa. Adam, yesterday we saw 15-11. We saw a 26-run total game. Any thoughts of expectations for today's game?
Well, let's go back 2 games before that, Jesse. We saw 11-4 and 11-4 the 2 games prior. So we've seen at least 15 runs combined the last 3 games. What do you say the pitchers say, hey, don't forget about us, you know? Let's see if they can start to have some command and control and dominate a little bit, or just assert themselves. So Dorstowitz, O'Day, can they set the tempo? And can we get a little bit more clean of a baseball game, Jesse? Because we had a ton of walks yesterday. The day before that, we had 6 errors. So I'd like to see a little bit more cleaner baseball game today. And expect a good one, though. They provided great theatrics last night. We'll see what we get tonight.
I bet the umpires would like a nice clean game too.
Yeah.
Here comes Adam Purdy to dig in from the left side, batting average an even 400. And we are underway with this pitch at 7:02 p.m. Ball 1. Purdy from Concordia. That grabs the outside corner. Adam Purdy has reached base in all 8 Lemonade League games. Breaking ball outside. Adam, and I mean you, Adam, not Adam Purdy, nor Adam Dorstowitz, the pitcher, as we are surrounded by Adams, but it's not quite an Adams family.
Too many Adams, but yes, you're right. Not quite the Adams family.
You had been looking for Adam Purdy to step up and help out the Locos yesterday, and really the entire team stepped up. That is shot through the legs of Dorstowitz and beyond the second baseman Acker. A base hit to center. Purdy is on once again.
He had a hit yesterday, and he's got a hit now today. And yeah, some of the statistical lines yesterday for the Locos outdoing what Purdy came up with, but still, he was very impressive. Just the patience overall. Not coming up with a ton of big swings for the Locos yesterday. Only 5 hits, but they drew 15 walks. Just great patience and making sure pitchers threw the ball in the zone to them.
Purdy loves to run. Brandon Shire takes ball 1. Speaking of a guy who likes to walk.
And doesn't like to strike out. Not that anybody does, but he certainly backs it up with his numbers.
2 balls and no strikes from Dorstowitz. Brandon Shire walked 3 more times yesterday. Now he did strike out. That was his first strikeout in the Lemonade League. He now has 1 strikeout next to 10 walks, and that is in 6 games. 3 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, what was that about, though? Strikeout?
Derek Slocum got him in the 3rd inning.
I was hoping to see one person not strike out the entire Lemonade League season. It's only 20 games. It's doable, right?
Apparently not. Check swing foul on 3-0.
Can you hear me dripping with sarcasm over here?
Yes, I can. It is 81 degrees right now in Lansing, Michigan. And the wind is tugging on that American flag hanging out beyond the right field wall. Purdy not running. Shire takes ball 4. 11 walks now for Shire. Purdy to second base and nobody out.
The Locos are saying, listen, it's been way too long since we had a first inning run, and it's only been one game yesterday.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Here's Michael Steigels from Oakland. That tails off the outside corner. Well, Adam Dorstowitz has coaxed 2 double play balls. Steigels batting .231 so far in the Lemonade League. On the 1-0. Flies it to right field, playable for Walker. Now to his right, battling the wind. Has the catch. At second base, Purdy's going to test him. And the throw cut. A fly out by Steigels gives Dorstowitz his first out. But the Locos have runners at the corners.
Important to get that first out, though, Jesse. You allow the first 2 to reach, and now maybe the double play ball can come.
Easier said than done. Now, Cade Preston has grounded into 2 double plays, but he has also crushed 3 doubles and a homer. Swings right through that one. That, to me, Adam, is the indication for Dorstowitz how he's feeling. When he gets swings and misses, when he starts changing speeds. Runner takes off from first base, breaking ball called a strike in the inside corner. All the while Shire takes second. So forget that chance of the double play ball. And now you've got that great speed. Shire at second and Purdy at third. But Dorstowitz, a strikeout pitcher, has Preston in a 2-strike hole. Here it comes. Just to see if he would offer.
That's still perfection in the stolen base category for the Locos. 15 for 15 now. Just haven't seen a lot of pickoffs. Lug Nuts have only been caught 4 times.
The pitch to Preston. He flies this one to right center field. Another chance for Walker. Both runners will tag. He's got another catch. Purdy scores from third base. Shire to third base. Sac fly Cade Preston. 2 outs, but a 1-0 Locos first inning lead.
Yep, that'll do the job. Both swings going out to right field to Walker. Makes the catch on Steigels and Preston, but Preston brings in the run, and the Locos strike first.
Now Dorstowitz against Alex McCormack. Curveball high. McCormack out of Grand Valley State. 5 for 16 in the Lemonade League. That's called a strike at the knees, and that is painting the outside corner. Now McCormack, among his hits, he has 1 double and 1 triple, but he's been susceptible to striking out. Shire at third, 2 away. That curveball from Adam Dorstowitz, he did put 1 in the zone to Cade Preston, but by and large he's missing with it.
I mean, that's so important, as you mentioned earlier, when he's changing eye level, when he's mixing pitches, so much talent.
That is just below the knees. And he's gone 3-1 on McCormack. It's LCC's Craig Paladar waiting to bat next. The early lead for the Locos, looking for more. Fouled back.
Well, still a win here for Dorstowitz. He can get that final out, only give up the 1 run. After allowing a couple of base runners, he can come back 1, 2, 3 and get 3 straight outs. I think he'll take that here in the first inning, especially with how high scoring these last few games have been.
Payoff pitch. Popped foul. Left side. Third baseman Connolly does not have a play.
Well, he got that third pop-up, Jesse. Just ran out of room over there on that left side.
You're talking about how high-scoring these games have been. In the entirety of the Lemonade League, 8 games, the losing team, the least amount of runs, the fewest amount of runs they've scored is 4.
Yeah.
That curveball is too tall. McCormack takes the second walk given out by Dorstowitz. I mean, that's the thing. If you as the pitcher can just keep your team in it, teams are going to score runs. Now, McCormack does have 1 stolen base in 1 attempt. Here's Craig Paladar with McCormack at first, Shire at third. 1 run in, 2 gone. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. Dorstowitz tomorrow, side retired. 1 run in on 1 hit, 2 walks, and runners left at the corners for the Locos. Onward we go to the bottom of the first inning. The Locos get only 1. How did the Lug Nuts respond?
I make decisions about money. I can earn and save.
I can spend and donate. I'll spend my money well.
Education and hard work set me up to excel.
It's a recipe for success.
Should have thought about that, I guess.
Money lets me share.
I better prepare. Saving's a good lesson to learn.
Because a penny saved is a penny earned.
Teach kids how to earn, save, spend, and donate. Visit chachingusa.org.
Looking for the perfect weekend getaway? Love Lansing like a local. And we promise, you'll love Lansing just as much as we do.
The Locos planted 1, and now here comes the very first at-bat for the Lug Nuts. The Lemonade League on a Saturday night. There you see the right-hander Nick O'Day out of Wayne State. O'Day is making his 2nd start and his 3rd appearance in the Lemonade League. In 3 innings, he's allowed 4 hits and 3 runs, walking 1, striking out 3. O'Day to the bump, and he's supported by this defense. You see the first baseman Alex McCormack right behind him. At second base, Ben Compton. The shortstop's Brendan Shire, and at third base, Brock Henley. The catcher is Craig Paladar. And the outfield, first in left field, Sean Haddelsey. In center field, Adam Purdy. And in right field, Michael Steigels. There in right field is Michael Steigels, the aforementioned from Oakland University. In the top half of this first inning, Steigels and the offense scored 1 run, though he just flied out to right field to his opposite number. We'll be hearing from Zaid Walker shortly. We begin this, though, with Darren Davis stepping in. Welcome back, Darren Davis. They didn't seem to miss him yesterday. Colin Cornwell led off for the Lug Nuts in the order, went 3 for 4, 3 RBIs. But here he is.
When
He takes the first pitch for a called strike. All Davis is doing in the Lemonade League is leading the league in hits and total bases, plus a lot more. Ball 1. He is batting .500, 11 for 22. Plus he's drawn 5 walks. Plus he's been hit by 3 pitches. So you add it all together, he has reached base 19 times. The ground ball down to first base stays fair, and they keep him off this time. McCormack unassisted, 1 gone.
Well, as you just mentioned, it has been really tough to keep him from getting on base, and finally had the day off yesterday. Puts it in play. He hits that one a little bit harder. It's right where you want to put it, on the corners, but nice first out for Nick O'Day and the Locos.
Now Mark Connolly. Strike on the outside corner. All right, you ready to go through some more glamorous offensive numbers?
Mm-hmm.
These numbers are gleaming for Connolly. He's batting .474. 1 ball and 1 strike. Connolly is hitting 9 for 19, plus 4 walks, plus 2 at 5 pitches. He has reached base 60% of the time. 2 balls and a strike. I mean, you add it all together. 15 times on in 25 plate appearances. Fouled away. So, Adam, you put Davis back to back with Connolly. And wouldn't you like to be the guy sitting right after them, like an Andrew Morrow or a Zaid Walker? You know, when you come up, those guys will be on base. No 2-2 from O'Day. Count is run full.
Yeah, we talked about it in the open, but the top of this order for the Lug Nuts is just deadly if they're on, and you're absolutely right. You're sitting in the 3, 4, 5 spots. You've got some nice protection around you.
O'Day got Davis, but he loses Connolly. And the walk gives the Lug Nuts a 1-out base runner.
Freshman at LCC. And of course, Connolly right out of Lansing, going to DeWitt. What a Lemonade League he's having, embracing this different spring into summer and now fall season that we've had, and he has showed out so far in his Lemonade League contributions.
Oh, by the way, 5 for 6 in stealing bases. We'll keep our eye on him. All the while, Andrew Morrow, the MSU Spartan, waits from the right side. Ground ball down toward first, but it stays foul for McCormack. And the top of this first inning, the Locos got 1. Adam Purdy scoring on the Cade Preston sac fly. There always seems to be an answer, whether it's the Lug Nuts scoring and the Locos responding or vice versa. The powerful Morrow. Breaking ball stays in. Andrew Morrow 7 for 17 with 2 doubles, 1 homer, 6 batted in. That's a .259 batting average. He lines a base hit to left field. Hadlesey gets it into short. Connolly holds it second. Here come the Lug Nuts.
Well, it's an offensive league. We mentioned that. And Davis, uniquely the first guy to get out. But again, now you got to get through the next 4 guys who are all very capable and having really good Lemonade League seasons.
It is Zaid Walker who steps in next. Breaking ball elevated toward left. Shortstop Shire out, left fielder Hadlesey out of room. A baseball foul. Now Zaid Walker's bat has heated up as things have gone on. He was hitless the first 2 Lemonade League games. He has hit safely in each of the last 6, and that included 2 hits yesterday. His batting average .276. 2 on, 1 gone. And 1 ball and 1 strike from Nick O'Day. Wind currently blowing left to right across the field. Morrow at first, Connolly at second with great speed. This is drilled towards center field. Adam Purdy, though, finds it. Has the catch. Connolly tags at second. He advances safely to third base. Morrow gives a look as that ball was offline, but he stays at first base, just in case they appeal. And Connolly did, in fact, tag and advance the right way. So fly out by Walker, 2 gone. And Adam, here's the guy that you said watch out for.
A really good game yesterday, leading off for the first time. We'd mentioned it, Darren Davis, his first day off, and Cornwell, 3 hits, 3 driven in, and a run, swiped a bag. Very productive in that leadoff spot.
Watch out for Morrow running, not going. Cornwell takes ball 1 outside. Colin Cornwell now hitting .438 with a .545 on base percentage. There goes Morrow. The pitch Called a strike. Throw down, one hops in. Not handled cleanly by Shire, and here's Connolly in to score. We are tied up 1-1 on a double steal by the Lug Nuts. It's one of those plays, Adam, where if you're going to throw down as the catcher Craig Paladar, you better be sure you get Andrew Morrow, because if you can't get him, you are gifting that run from Connolly.
Yeah, and it's just with the way that this league has gone and how you really have not been able to get guys out who've been stealing bases, I think you just hold on to that ball there. And I know you're trying to be aggressive and get that final out, but I mean, Jesse, we're sitting in game 9 and we've seen 4 guys get tagged out swiping backs, and there's been over 60 stolen bases. So I think with a runner on third, just hold on to that and let the out happen.
Cornwell punches that through the left side. Windmill from Morrow. Throw home from Hattlesea. Too late. 2-1 Lug Nuts on the RBI single by Colin Cornwell.
Well, he's just Mr. Clutch these last 2 days, isn't he? That's now 4 driven in for Cornwell over these last couple of games. Starts right where he left off last night. Doesn't matter where you put him in the lineup, he's hitting with a ton of confidence right now. And how about the Lug Nuts answering back and reclaiming and taking their first lead?
That Locos lead did not last long, and that's why we talk about, for Adam Dorstowitz, just hold them to 1 run, you'll be fine. Pick off at first base, but safe the call. Cornwell got back in. McCormack thought maybe he had him.
You know, very similar to last night. The leads really didn't hold up long.
Hunter Lay, by the way, takes ball 1.
I mean, 6 runs in the first for the Lug Nuts to get on the board in that second inning. Then it was 3 straight half innings where the lead then changed.
And that's a strike at the letters. Hunter Lay from LCC. He is hitting 2 for 16 so far in the league. Again the pickoff though, and again safe the call. Cornwell at first 6 for 7 in stealing bases. Will he try it? Yes, he will. Lay takes. No throw by Paladar. Strike 2 called. Colin Cornwell, steal number 7. Runner in scoring position for Lay. Can he take advantage? Breaking ball is golfed high in the air into shallow left. Brennan Shire with the catch. The inning is over. But 2 hits, 1 walk, and 2 runs for the Lug Nuts in the home half of the first inning, including a Colin Cornwell RBI single. We go to the second, 2-1 Lug Nuts.
Well, the Lug Nuts' actual 25th anniversary will have to wait until 2021. You can still purchase a piece of history. Limited quantities of the 25th anniversary bobblehead series presented by Sparrow, Physicians Health Plan, and Michigan Student Aid are available right now. The set features former Lug Nut greats Mark Pryor, Noah Syndergaard, Bo Bichette, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Supplies are limited, so order yours online at lansingLugnuts.com.
When you think about it, there are lots of reasons to buy a new home. And with mortgage rates this low at LAFCU, it's all you need to make your move. Because you may not have the space for anything else, but there's always room for a great mortgage rate from LAFCU. Want a low mortgage rate for your new home? Ask for LAFCU. Stop in today or go to LAFCU.com/mortgage. LAFCU, your credit union for life.
White Claw Hard Seltzer, a wave of refreshment. Crafted using our unique Brew Pure process. Made pure. Nothing tastes like White Claw Hard Seltzer.
6 Lug Nuts batted in the first inning. 6 Locos batted in the top of the first inning. 3 did not. So here they come up there for the second. Ben Compton, Sean Hattlesea, and Brock Henley against the Lug Nuts left-hander Adam Dorstowitz. Dorstowitz gave up 1 run, and then his teammates scored 2 runs. So a 2-1 lead at his back as we enter the second from Cooley Law School Stadium. With Adam Jackson, I'm Jesse Goldberg-Strassler. Here's Ben Compton to get things going. Compton had himself a whale of a game yesterday. And he starts off here taking ball 1. Compton from Olivet, 2 walks, 2 hits, 1 an RBI single, 1 a 2-run single. Oh, by the way, he also stole a base and scored a run. And that's called a strike.
Good enough to earn astute honors as player of the game, named by you and I.
Yeah, I felt that he deserved that.
I agree. He was excellent yesterday in the latter part of the order.
2 balls and a strike as that one sails wide. I mean, eat your heart out, Colin Cornwell. You played great, but Ben Compton also played great and the Locos won.
Yeah, always important when you can play well and it contributes to your team coming through with a victory, and an important one yesterday.
He chased there. Good off speed from Dorstowitz.
The Locos needed that win last night. We had talked about this. Were the Lug Nuts that much better of a team? And although they're talented, you just felt like the Locos weren't capitalizing on opportunities.
Compton hits this one in the air to right. Another chance for Walker. He's got it. Made 2 catches in the first inning. And here he records the first out of the second.
Yesterday, the Locos did capitalize on those opportunities. Although they only had 5 hits, they took their walks. They got great middle relief to keep them in the game. They competed really hard, and they end up getting that win to get them back closer to this Lug Nuts squad that's been killing it the last few games.
Sean Haddlesey is swinging a miss. 1 out, nobody on, top of the second. Locos batting, trailing 2-1. The pitch to the Albion Brit. How about that off speed? Bottom fell out. You know, Adam, yesterday, final score 15-11, and I thought that's going to be the wildest score I see all day. It was not.
Yeah, it certainly wasn't.
The Detroit Tigers took on the Pirates in a wild one yesterday, too. Fly ball right field. Zaid Walker again. And again the catch. 2 outs.
Jesse, how dare you misname the 2 teams that played yesterday?
Oh, I beg your pardon.
The Detroit Lions took down the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, that doesn't ever happen out in the Steel City, that the Lions go out there and get a road victory. Big win in overtime yesterday for the Lions.
The fun thing is, if I told you the score was 17-13 and it was football, you'd say, oh, Detroit's defense was great. Brock Henley takes a called strike. But because it's baseball, you probably would not say, hey, let's talk about the defense.
You also would go, wait, it was 12-12 going to extras or overtime? Where was the offense?
That bounces in. Henley, the number 9 batter in the order for the Locos. The right-handed hitter. And Brock Henley hailing from Davenport. And on deck is Adam Purdy. There was offense aplenty. The Tigers, as a matter of fact, blew a late 5-run lead. But they won it. Strike 2 called on the outside corner.
Did you stay up and watch it?
Oh, I was up. I was up for the end.
I watched from the 8th inning till the finish, and yeah, from 12-7 to 12-12 to 17-13.
The 1-2. Line drive right center field, base hit Henley. Walker relays it in. Holds him to the 2-out single. So, okay, you wonder, Tigers score 17 yesterday. How do they follow that up today? And in general, Adam, there's a baseball truism. It goes a little like this. Don't spend all of your runs, don't score all of your runs in the same game. You got to leave some runs for the next day. Way too many teams score a ton of runs in one game, show up the next day, then they get shut out. They've got nothing. Adam Purdy sends this line drive to center. That's down for a base hit. How about Henley taking the turn? Challenging Cornwell, the throw on the money. He is out. Tagged by third baseman Connolly. Side retired. We'll talk more about what the Tigers are doing today in the bottom half of the second. 1 runner left on. Locos trail 2-1 through 1.5.
The proud son of an immigrant father, John Hernandez found his own path through a field of smoke. When wildfires threatened communities, John jumped into danger, fighting through fear and fatigue until the fire was contained. John found his fighting spirit in one of the most dangerous jobs in the world, a job few are willing to do. Since 1925, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from, it matters what you're made of. Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit.
It is Jake Rydquist stepping in to open up the bottom of the second. Jesse Goldberg-Strassler alongside Adam Jackson. Lug Nuts leading 2-1. The pitch from Nick O'Day, swung at and missed. We join this at-bat in progress. Count of 1 ball and 2 strikes on the left fielder from Grant Valley State. Rydquist, Kavanaugh, Acker, 7, 8, 9 in the Locos order. Here it comes. And he chased the breaking ball. Down he goes. Rydquist was hoping maybe that ball touched the ground, but Craig Paladar caught it cleanly. And the first strikeout for Nick O'Day.
First strikeout of the game. Good pitching right there from O'Day. Went right after him, threw ball 1 and then 3 straight strikes.
Drew Kavanaugh now. Kavanaugh making his second start. His first start, he collected a couple of hits. On a strike right down the middle to him. In the top half of this inning, we were talking about the Tigers-Pirates game, or as Adam labeled it, the Lions-Steelers 17-13 game yesterday. Kavanaugh takes ball 1. All right, so today, the Tigers went right back to work against the Pirates in Pittsburgh, and their bats once again felt at home. Swing and a miss as he got tied up. Adam, have you ever seen a start to the game like Detroit enjoyed today against Pittsburgh's Derek Holland?
No, and especially like you said, not after they scored 17 yesterday. Today's usually the day where they get 1 run or they get no hit because they expended all of their offense the day before.
Apparently they had some offense left in reserve. Kavanaugh stays alive. So the game begins. Nico Goodrum homers. John Scope singles. Miguel Cabrera steps in.
Homer.
That brings up C.J. Crone.
Great offseason free agent acquisition with Pop. Homer.
Drew Kavanaugh flies this one off the hands in a shallow center field. Shortstop Shire makes the catch. 2 outs. All right, so now you've got a homer, a single, a homer. Shirley Jamer Candelario coming up as the Tigers' 5th batter of the game. Is not going to hit their 4th homer and their 3rd consecutive home run. But yes, he does. And he just crushes it. Oh, by the way, that was not the Tigers' final home run of the game. Jacoby Jones later homered in the game, and the Tigers won 11-5. Van Acker takes a strike on the outside corner.
So that'll put them at 7-5. They've won the series after they had the weird 4 days off.
Acker from Concordia takes ball 1. The fun thing is to me, Adam, usually when you and I are broadcasting minor league baseball games, players come in from outside the country, all around the country. They cheer for a whole number of teams, but they're all Blue Jays prospects. Big breaking ball and a strike called. By and large, these are Michiganders. By and large, from Van Acker all the way through, they love the Detroit Tigers. 1-2 from O'Day. Could not get him to chase.
Yeah, and I'm kind of right there with them, just growing up in Michigan. Obviously, I'm rooting for the Blue Jays, the affiliate club of the Lansing Lug Nuts, but keep an eye on the Tigers to see how they're doing.
Acker takes ball 3. What a tough take that one was. I grew up an enormous Tigers fan, you know. I've still got all my Tigers gear. Got to hide it during a usual Lug Nuts minor league baseball season.
Same here, Jesse.
2 outs, nobody on. 3-2. Ball 4. And it will not be a 1-2-3 inning for O'Day.
But you know what? They can't penalize us, or at least me in this case, in getting alerts on the phone. I get 2 alerts, 2 major league teams, the Blue Jays and the Tigers. So my phone thought it was like having an aneurysm today when that game started because it was zzz, home run, zzz, home run. I'm like, yeah, I know they hit 1 home run. Then it was like 4 home runs later. My goodness.
Darren Davis lines the first pitch he sees over the leaping Compton. Base hit. Acker stops at second. Davis, a wide turnaround first base, but he's got nowhere to go, with Acker simply with his hands on his hips at second base. Hey, Darren Davis on again. And there are runners at first and second, 2 outs for Mark Connolly.
By the way, just to wrap up now in terms of rooting interest for me, being a broadcasting snob,
yes,
I go Blue Jays first, and then the game that I turn on is based on which broadcaster I like the best, because I like to listen to them, not based on the team or the players.
Root for the voice.
Yeah.
Connolly walked and scored a run his first time. 2 on, 2 gone. He rips that through the right side past the diving Compton. Around third base, Acker. Throw home by Steigels. Offline. And the other runners both move up. Davis takes third. Connolly to second with the RBI single plus. And it's 3-1 Lug Nuts.
Well, just out of nowhere, Jesse, they get 2 outs, and then an excellent at-bat from Van Acker keeps the inning going, and then 2 first-pitch swings from Davis and Conley. Solid contact, and that's all it takes to get that run home. The Lug Nuts just keep putting the pressure on, getting runs in back-to-back innings to open up this game.
Andrew Morrow, a single, a steal, a run scored in the 2-run first inning. Trying to add to this 1-run second inning. Fouled off. Nick O'Day trying to put this sudden threat to bed. Connolly at second. Davis at third. And O'Day is going to take a breather. Adam, you talked about which teams you root for. The broadcast booth.
Yeah.
Guys that you know. I'll see if I have time to say this. The 0-1. That's outside, escapes Paladar, but Davis stays put at third base. By and large, I now root for the guys that I know, as in the guys that I've seen come here through Lansing. And then they spread out. Some do make it to the major leagues with the Blue Jays. Others of them, Dawel Lugo, Matthew Boyd, Daniel Norris, Detroit Tigers, and wherever else they travel. Here's the 1-1. That's outside. So the Lemonade Leaguers are going to add to our list, to yours and to mine, in terms of following all of these players, some 50 or so collegiate ball players. How they do in their futures for each of their respective teams. The pitch. Foul tipped right into Paladar's glove. Back pick to second base. Not handled by Shire. Davis speeds in from third, and it's 4-1. The Locos had it all set up. If that throw is a good one, if Shire handles it cleanly, he's got the tag on Conley and they're out of the inning. But instead it bounced up on him, it bounced away. And so Connolly was back in safely. Darren Davis was home free. And that has to go down as a throwing error on the catcher Paladar. 2-2. Full count for Andrew Morrow.
And not only do they allow a run to come in, but also after the initial bad hop, Shire could have potentially gotten Conley, who was getting ready to head to third, to accept running into an out so his runner could score, but then the ball kicked away again.
Morrow takes ball 4. And this nightmare of an inning continues for Nick O'Day. He set down the first 2 batters, and now 4 consecutive have reached.
Just, again, out of nowhere. And give credit to the Lug Nuts, who just have kept the pressure on even with 2 outs, not giving up on the inning. And now they've extended their lead with another 2-run half inning.
Pitching coach Cam View out there. Speaking of Pittsburgh Pirates, Cam View and the Pirates organization made it up to AAA. And you know, judging from the way that things have gone for the Pirates at the major league level, I mean, they might want to turn to Cam View at one point, don't you think?
Yeah, I think that would definitely help their cause.
Here's Zaid Walker. He hammers this one to left center field. That baseball hits off the wall. Connolly scores. Morrow's around third. He's heading for home. The throw late. 2 runs in, and on the throw, Walker slides into third base. A 2-run double for Zaid Walker. 6-1 Lug Nuts.
All with 2 outs. What an impressive job by the Lug Nuts, and we talked about it, how dangerous the top half of this order is. Davis, Conley, Morrow, Walker. Well, all 4 of them have delivered, and Acker a tremendous job turning the lineup over and giving them this chance in this second inning. What a job by them offensively.
Colin Cornwell takes ball 1. In the first inning, Cornwell an RBI single and a steal.
Yeah, just was going to say, Jesse, he is just as dangerous as the 4 prior guys that have hit at the top of this order.
Nick O'Day trying to get out of this. Has evened up the count against Cornwell. The Locos scored that 1 run in the top of the first. And here are the Lug Nuts, 2 in the first, 4 in the second. That's ball 2. Three straight games coming in. The Lug Nuts have scored exactly 11 runs. Strike 2 called. They are more than halfway there. And we are not yet completed 2 innings. Just amazing. Full count.
Well, you talk about a game like the Tigers putting up as many runs yesterday and winning. Think about it being the other way around. You put up that many runs like the Lug Nuts did and lost. So they have that drive, that desire to come back out today.
Cornwell hits a little looper back at the mound. This is trouble for Shire. His throw goes offline. Now it ricochets right back to first baseman McCormack. It's okay. Colin Cornwell is not going anywhere at first base. That's an RBI infield single, bringing in Walker from third. 7-1. I mean, even when Nick O'Day makes a great pitch, jams him.
That's baseball for you. So unkind sometimes. And Jesse, who would have thought that when Drew Kavanaugh flied out in this second inning and there were 2 outs, nobody on, that we would then eventually get through 9 batters in this F inning.
Connor Lay slices this one. Weird spin. Down for a base hit in front of Steigels. Cornwell's on the move over to third base. Throw comes into second. A single for Hunter Lay. And this carousel keeps on rotating around. Bring up Jake Rydquist, who led off this inning. That is going to do it for Nick O'Day. Well, O'Day goes 1 2/3 innings. And after recording those first 2 outs of this second, the next 7 batters all reached base against him. He is done. Rydquist coming up against the new pitcher. Out there for the Locos, it's the left-hander Ryan Abent. We have seen Abent receive his share of work in the Lemonade League. The southpaw from Concordia making his 6th appearance. And that leads all Lemonade League pitchers. 7 innings worked, 6 walks, 2 strikeouts. He's only allowed 3 earned runs. League batting .174 against him. And by and large, an extreme ground ball pitcher. Abent is a big guy too, at 6'5", 225 pounds. He was a Saginaw Heritage Hawk. Now with Concordia. One run on 3 hits and 1 error for the Locos. 7 runs on 7 hits and no errors for the Lug Nuts, and looking to add to it.
They're really finding their offense, the Lug Nuts are. You go back to that first 11-4 victory, and then they get the 11-4 victory the day after. And yesterday, of course, losing 15-11. But it's now 4 straight games that the Lug Nuts had put up 5 runs or more in 1/2 inning. Again, that offense starting to find their rhythm. Guys are stepping up, swinging with consistency. and doing it in pressure situations when they had nothing going with nobody out and 2 outs.
Rydquist takes ball 1.
Nobody on and 2 outs, rather. But this just came out of nowhere, Jesse. You got to give them a lot of credit, and it started with the bottom of the order.
Abeth inheriting Cornwell at third, Lay at first base. And that nearly hits Rydquist, who tried to lean into it. 2 balls and no strikes. He struck out swinging to open up this half inning. Go over to first base just to check on Lay. Want to guess how many steals Hunter Lay has in the Lemonade League? He has 1.
I was going to say 0.
Everybody's got at least 1, it feels like. He's not usually seen as a speed threat. 2 balls and a strike now in Rydquist. Yesterday, the 15-11 game, I counted it up, Adam. 10 different players stole a base.
It's a lot of players getting stolen bases.
Hitter's pitch here. That is just off the outside corner. Well, let's say Ryan Abeth walks Rydquist. The bases will be loaded for Drew Cavanaugh. So hitter's pitch on 3-1. Had himself a good swing, but fouled it away. In this inning, an RBI single by Mark Connolly. A throwing error that produced a run from the catcher Craig Paladar. A 2-run double by Zaid Walker. An RBI single by Colin Cornwell. Payoff. Again flipped foul off to the right. You see with Abeth, it's not overwhelming velocity that he brings. All the while the home plate umpire is restocked with baseballs. It's Tresiak. Fill those pockets.
Yellow baseballs.
The lemons, the stitched lemons. And one in the left hand of Abeth. With the 3-2 as Lay runs. Inside, bases loaded.
Chris Cox on the Lansing Lug Nuts Facebook live feed commenting, why is the ball yellow? Well, Chris, the ball's yellow because this is the Lemonade League. You got to have some sort of resemblance to a Lemonade League and a lemon.
Strike 1 called to Drew Cavanaugh. Now I saw big thanks to Alyssa Hengspa for answering that as well. I don't think Chris understood. Yes, Lemonade League, yellow baseballs, lemons, it all works out. Why not? Good job there by the catcher Paladar, keeping it at home plate, keeping Colin Cornwell at third base. Why not? We're having fun this summer.
Yeah, I like Alyssa's very vague response.
For the Lemonade League, that does it for me, but
it does.
Look.
But it's also funny.
It's a weird summer. 2 balls and a strike is the count on Cavanaugh. It's really an unprecedented summer for all of us in our experience and in our memory.
And the summer's over, Jesse. It's fall time. We're in August now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's flown by.
Cavanaugh swings, strokes this one to dead center. Adam Purdy backs up, has the catch with a little hop at the end. The inning is over. 11 Lug Nuts bat. They score 5 runs and they strand 3. Ryan Abeth gets the Locos out of it. We're going to the 3rd inning in the Lemonade League, 7-1 Lug Nuts.
Nuts and Bolts is the official team store of your Lansing Lug Nuts. Conveniently located on the concourse behind home plate, Nuts and Bolts has everything even the biggest Lug Nuts fan would need. Nuts and Bolts is open before, during, and after all Lemonade League games, so stop in and check out all the great Lug Nuts and Locos gear today. You can also visit us online at lugnuts.milbstore.com.
Love those item of the homestand, the new dry fit t-shirts as well. Pick up yours now. Go to lansingLugnuts.com.
every act, every gesture counts right now. Because together, it all makes a difference. And staying committed to the health of our communities is everything. Which is why Blue Cross will remain committed to you, ensuring you can get the care you need with resources like virtual doctor visits and our 24-hour nurse line. You'll have access wherever and whenever you need it. Blue Cross will stay by your side for whatever comes next.
2 innings complete. It's all Lug Nuts up 7-1 as we bring you back to Cooley Law School Stadium. Adam Dorstowitz, the starter, taking on Michael Steigels, Cade Preston, and Alex McCormick. The middle of this Locos lineup. Bounced foul on the first pitch of the third. Steigels flied out in that first at bat. 7 runs through the first 2 innings for the Lug Nuts, and all 5 runs in the bottom half of the second, coming with 2 outs and no one on base. Breaking ball stays elevated, 1-1.
Adam, a big difference to my mind between these two teams. Look at the way that the top of the second inning ended.
Corona is the original
1-1.
cerveza más fina of Mexico.
Stays up, 2-1.
Locos have 2 outs, nobody on. And then suddenly a rally out of nowhere. A single by the 9-hitter Henley. A single by the leadoff hitter Purdy. Chance for something, but Henley's thrown out, trying to take the extra base. Rally squashed.
This is shot to third and snagged by Connolly.
Bottom half of the inning, 2 outs, nobody on. Rally starts, number 9 hitter Acker a walk. Number 1 hitter Darren Davis a single. You know what happens? They keep the rally going.
And I apologize, that was Brandon Shire, not Michael Steigels. So 2, 3, and 4 here in this third inning. But you're absolutely right. 2 outs, they get the rally going and couldn't finish things off.
I mean, on one side, the Locos are giving away outs on the bases. And then their defense gives up runs.
2 balls, no strikes.
I mean, in the first inning, Mark Connolly stealing home. In the second inning, a run-scoring error committed by the catcher Paladar. It's the sort of game where it's a 6-run deficit right now, right? 7-1. And yet the difference between these two teams is so much smaller than that.
We know that the Locos have shown they can come back, though. Sprayed foul, 2-2, and just last night, really all 3 of their wins have been comeback victories. The first 2 they got came in the 7th inning, one after they had the lead, the other they took the lead and got it in the 7th. But last night, down 6-0. Up high, 3-2. And they hadn't scored for 3 innings. And then they go off for a 10-run fourth. 14 batters to the plate. Follow that up with 5 more runs in the 5th and win 15-11. Swing and a miss from Steigels. Foul tip into the glove for the first strikeout for Dorstowitz.
The big key, whenever they've made those massive comebacks, have been walks given out by Lug Nuts pitchers.
That was the case last night. 15 walks issued to the Locos last night. And 8 came in that 14-batter 4th inning. Cade Preston chops it foul. Tonight, 3 hits for the Locos. Purdy's got 2, and the other coming from Henley in the 9-hole. Preston flied out to right field. Not down as an official at bat, as it was a sac fly to bring in that only run. Coming up on an hour into Game 9 of 20 in the Lemonade League. This is hit deep out to left. Rydquist turns around, watches it fly. It's number 2 for Cade Preston to left field, and the Locos get one back.
And that pitch from Dorstowitz right in his wheelhouse and acknowledging the folks up beyond the left field wall. He just unloaded
Look at that thing fly. Same exact spot he hit the Locos' first home run out a couple of nights ago. 2 home runs for the Locos. Both belong to the former DeWitt Panther and current Central Michigan Chippewa. Cade Preston has made it a 5-run game. And now Alex McCormick. Flied back, walked in his first at bat. That power from Preston, Jesse, we were waiting for it. Didn't see it in the first few games, and the Locos immediately put him in that 3, 4, 5-hole spot. 1-1. And it just wasn't there. And then he hit that first home run, and he had that double that brought in a couple, and another home run tonight. Starting to find his swing again. That's in there, the fastball, strike 2.
It's a ballpark that looks spacious for new hitters. When they step in, they look around at the alleys, the center field wall, and just how tall it is. But no, this ballpark will yield home runs. And Cade Preston's making it play a little bit small for him.
1-2. On the ground foul. And it remains a ball and 2 strikes. On the lefty, Alex McCormick. Didn't play yesterday out of Grand Valley. Good news for Adam Dorstowicz giving up that home run. There was no one on base. And after your team puts up a 2 and a 5 through the first 2 innings, still up by 5 runs. But does that give the Locos some momentum? Something to get them going, a spark. 2-2. And we're full. Now it was Preston that hit the home run a couple of nights ago that put the Locos up 4-1. And then Walker came right back for the Lug Nuts, went to straightaway center. They're down 4-3, and that changed the complexion of that game. Lug Nuts won 11-4. Here, a walk following up the home run. Second base on balls for Alex McCormick. And this inning continues. We'll get a visit now from Riley McCauley, the pitching coach for the Lansing Lug Nuts. Last 2 half innings, the struggle has been to get that final out. Lug Nuts just had 8 straight batters reach with 2 outs and nobody on. Walk, 2 hits, another walk, 3 more hits, then another walk, before finally Drew Kavanaugh flew out to center, knocking Nick O'Day out of the game. And here, 2 quick outs, a line out and a strikeout. Then Preston homers, and McCormick is now walked. Here's Craig Paladar. He takes a pitch, a little low, ball 1. Paladar sent one right back to Dorstowicz in his first at bat. Dorstowicz deals. That skips away from Lay. McCormick to second. Advancing on that wild pitch. Just 2 hits for Paladar and 14 at-bats. Trying to come through here and keep this 2-out rally going. And it's 3-0. So whatever reason, the struggles with 2 outs, the theme tonight. And Dorstowicz has pitched well. He's worked around a few walks. Obviously gave up the home run, but outside of that, it was 3 singles. Here's a 4th single. McCormick rounding third. Rydquist will throw it in, but it's cut off. And another run scores on the ball getting away. Paladar moves up to second. 7-3.
Well, Adam, you and I both saw Mark Connolly was in position to cut that ball off, but he didn't. And because he didn't, the extra base for Craig Paladar.
How about the clutch hitting from Paladar? Mentioned just 2 hits so far. He gets his 3rd and the green light, swinging on 3-0. got the fastball across the plate, took advantage, and the Locos have scored back-to-back runs. Now Ben Compton, excellent game last night. He takes strike one. Flight out to right, Zaid Walker. Rydquist, Cornwell, Walker, the three outfielders for the Lug Nuts from left to right. Second pitch to Compton. Strike two. Across the infield for the Lug Nuts, Conley, Davis, Acker, and Morrow from left to right. And the battery of Dorstowitz and Lay. Adam Dorstowitz has been a strike away from getting out of this inning before. Can he finish it off here? Reached on, but foul. And Compton protects the 0-2 count.
You said it with protect. Got himself low. Did everything he could, basically taking that ball off the ground like he was raking.
Or golfing, either way.
Maybe sweeping a broom.
Yeah. For him, apparently it was too close for comfort to the strike zone. Here he lines this fair. Through the hole, and here comes Paladar. Again, the throw coming from Rydquist cut off. Another single, another run, and it's a 3-run game.
That's the big key in terms of protection. In terms of fouling off a pitch, staying alive, all you're trying to do as a batter is earn yourself a better pitch to hit, and he got one.
So the Lug Nuts give up, or the Locos rather, give up 5 runs in the bottom of the second, all with 2 outs. Sean Hattlesey takes strike one. And the Lug Nuts get 2 quick outs defensively here in the third, and then the Locos go home run, walk, RBI single, RBI single. And by the way, they're doing this with their 4 through 7 hitters, getting production from the bottom third of the order. So important to have that depth through the middle, bottom third parts of your order. You know you're going to get, or you can typically count on those guys at the top, a Purdy, a Shire, Steigels. Swing and a miss. Fooled him there with the change, and it's 0-2. Again, the third time he's had a batter here with 2 outs with 2 strikes. But to get that production, Preston delivering with 2 RBIs tonight in the 4-hole. McCormick with the 5-hole walked twice. Base hits from Paladar and Compton. That's how you win games, Jesse. That's how you come back and put pressure on the opposing pitcher when there's not an easy out in your lineup.
It's going to be interesting to see which team's bullpen can shut down the other team's offense.
Dorstowitz is 0-2. Hard hit, this one to third. Connolly scoops, short out to second. And we're done in the top of the third. But 3 hits and 3 runs later, and we've got a game as we move to the home half of the third. Lug Nuts up 7-4.
Corona is the original cerveza más fina of Mexico. And since 1925, it's been made with the finest ingredients. And most of all, with our heritage and our pride. In 1981, we didn't just bring a beer to the States. We brought our way of life. Because when you're proud of what you do, you want to share it with the world. Corona, we share more than a beer. We share the same history.
It is LaughQ Trivia Time, presented by LaughQ, your credit union for life. Let's go to today's LaughQ Trivia question. What 2 rarities occurred in the same 15-0 Lug Nuts win over Dayton back in 2003? Was it a triple play and they hit 4 home runs? Was it a perfect game and Donnie Hood went 6 for 6? Or was it a combined no-hitter and Donnie Hood hit for the cycle? So Donnie Hood did something huge and something else happened. Which of those 3 took place in that same game? Now you want to answer? You go to www.milb.com, Lansing Fans Contest. You see the slashes to answer and enter. milb.com/Lansing/fans/contest. answer, and enter.
WDDD. What did Donnie do?
Three-two pitch from Pearson. Breaking ball, cold strike three on the outside corner. Chmielewski frozen and down watching. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball strikes out Iverson. 3 straight strikeouts for Pearson. 2 away in the second inning.
3 runs in the top half of the third for the Locos. 7-4 in downtown Lansing. Ryan Abenth back on for his first full inning of work. Van Acker started that 2-out rally in the last half inning as 11 batters came to the plate. He's down no balls and 2 strikes, following off the first pitches. He started that rally with a walk. Van Acker had a base hit yesterday, scored 3. And he reaches on the 0-2. Ball kicks away from Paladar, but they say he's out because it hit off of Acker when he was coming out of the batter's box. So the strikeout complete, first for Ryan Abenth.
Adam, I want to go back to a conversation that you had begun in the top half of this inning, which is simply what makes an offense tough. What is it that you want to see out of a good offense? And what you were seeing from the Locos offense showing resiliency and getting back in this game.
That's a high towering swing from Davis down the right field line, carrying towards the wall, and Steigels overran it. Davis is around second. He's coming in for third, and a misplay by Steigels leads to a triple for Davis.
I think Steigels got over there, became very cognizant of the wall, was thinking about it. It is a triple. But because he was thinking about that wall, because of that, he overran the baseball.
He was there in time. It's the deepest part of right field, but yeah, he just came too close to the line. And now you got the speedster, Darren Davis, on as Connolly gets plunked.
The worry here is hitting Connolly with a pitch. He could very well try to take second base. And so suddenly you'll have a situation where you go from 1 out, nobody on, to runners at second and third.
Yeah, and you know that's got to hurt the confidence of Abenth.
There's the replay of that hit by pitch of Mark Connolly.
Instead of 2 outs and then facing Connolly, he got first and third. Good stop from Paladar, who was brought out of his stance. Andrew Morrow. The top of this order tonight, phenomenal. Davis, the leadoff man, 2 hits. Connolly, second, has reached all 3 times. Morrow has reached twice with a base hit and a walk. Zaid Walker behind him in the 4th spot. 2 RBI double and a run scored. Colin Cornwell in the 5-hole with 2 RBI singles. 1-1. That's outside. And you can even go down to the 6th hitter, Hunter Lay, a single. The 7-hitter, Jake Rydquist, a walk. The only one that hasn't reached safely yet tonight, the 8-hitter, Drew Kavanaugh for the Lug Nuts. That's sprayed back, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes on the Spartan, Andrew Morrow. Nick O'Day left this game knocked out after an inning and 2/3, gave up 7 hits, tagged with 7 runs, 3 walks, and 1 strikeout. Down low inside, 3-2. And now after the Locos come back from the 5 runs they gave up with 3 of their own, in danger of giving some runs right back to the Lug Nuts. Payoff pitch. Down low, and the bases are loaded.
Well,
here we go again, Jesse. Runs aplenty so far. And more coming, you would expect.
Well, the first step for Ryan Abenth is to get his command back. But he doesn't want to groove one, because Zaid Walker is looking for the first pitch that's meaty, and then he's going to lay into it. His last time up, he had the outfielders as spectators until that ball crashed off the wall.
One of the 2 home runs for the Lug Nuts have come off Zaid Walker's bat to straightaway center. Chopped to short, could be 2. Shire gets to second for 1. They can't turn the double play with this speedy Walker. In comes Davis to make it 8-4.
Just too slowly hit with how fast Walker gets down the line. But on the bright side for Aben, there's a big out. Get one more out, get out of this inning. I think we're going to see Zaid Walker try to steal second base the very first pitch to Cornwell.
I think so too, because Cornwell has delivered, and so is Zaid Walker in the stolen bases department. There he goes. Ball in. Walker now in scoring position with another swipe. That's number 9 on the season. And he's done it in 10 attempts. Been very, very consistent. And now 2-0 on Colin Cornwell. Cornwell last night had 3 hits and drove in 3. He's got a chance to equal that or maybe do better with a big swing here. 2 singles, 2 runs batted in already. Fouls off the 2-1. If he gets a single here, has the chance to score both Connolly and Walker, who obviously has great speed at second base. Two-1 from Abenth. Way inside. Again, the Lug Nuts try and bat around in this 3rd inning. Cornwell, the 6th batter up. Laid off the pitch outside on the zone, though, and it's a full count. Three-two delivery from Abenth. Breaking ball that's smashed out to right field. Steigels is going back. It's over his head and down up against the wall. This scores both. Cornwell coming around second. He's got a 2-run triple, back-to-back 3-hit nights for Colin Cornwell.
Adam, we have not seen Cornwell pull the ball with authority very much in the Lemonade League. And by and large, he's been content to take pitches that are middle to the outer half and go with them to the opposite field, right? Here he takes a pitch that's middle in, and he goes right with it and wallops it.
Got that breaking ball and smashed it. Now can Hunter Lay bring him in with 2 outs? Again, the 2-out rallies continue for the Lug Nuts. And Colin Cornwell goes, listen, you're not going to give me the MVP last night. I'll just go ahead and win it tonight, too. This is laced out to left center, falling and in for a base hit. Cornwell scores. It's 11-4 Lug Nuts.
Hunter Lay came into play today with just 2 hits and 24 plate appearances. Now he's drawn walks, he's had good at-bats, he's knocked in runs, but he's swinging the bat well in this game. So 2 hits coming in, 2 hits, and 2 innings in this one.
And a 4th straight game that the Lug Nuts have put up at least 11 runs.
Amazing.
And if you remember, outside of their loss last night, 15-11, this has been their total the last 3 nights. 11-4 wins, back-to-back before that 15-11 loss. Now they're up 11-4 tonight. Jake Rydquist takes the pitch high, ball 1. 2 runs in the first, 5 runs in the second, 4 in the third for the Lug Nuts.
No true pattern for you to hang your hat on tonight. Sorry about that. Remember the day that the Lug Nuts scored 1, then 2, then 3.
The numerical order. This one gets away from Paladar. The wild pitch allows Lay to advance to second.
It is Matthew Williams warming up for the Locos in their bullpen.
Well, and remember, last night we only went 6 innings because these guys were getting low on pitchers. I mean, here we are, game 4 of 6 this weekend. This is slicing out to right center. Away from Purdy, but a sliding catch, and he hauls it in for the final out. But the Lug Nuts already have done their damage. A 4-run third, thanks to 3 hits and a couple of walks, and it's now 11-4 as we move to the 4th.
A new day dawns and we greet it with gratitude, thankful for the heroes on the front lines taking big risks daily to keep us safe. We at Dean Transportation stand at the ready with them, supporting our communities in their time of need. We've been delivering food and medical supplies, volunteering our time, and boosting morale to keep spirits high. Our passengers may have temporarily changed, but our commitment to transporting your most precious cargo has never wavered. Dean Transportation, working together, delivering the good.
It is time for us to play the Dean Trailways Bus Stops Here. It's brought to us by our terrific friends at Dean Transportation. Adam, you're so good at this. Keep your eye on that bus. Bus is under the middle baseball cap. And we'll do like the Lug Nuts have been doing, because those are the Lug Nuts red and black caps. They've been speeding around the bases. Rotate this way, rotate that way. You can name off your speedy Lug Nut who's rounding the bases, heading around to the left side, head around to the right side. You know, we're talking about show the kind of explosiveness that we're seeing from that Lug Nuts offense. And then, now that they've stopped, pick them out 1, 2, or 3. Which baseball cap is that Dean Trailways bus under? Cap number 1 is your answer. That is our Dean Transportation. The bus stops here. Baseball cap shuffle.
All right, great rendition of The Bus Stops Here. Hat number 1 tonight. Thanks for joining us on a Saturday night from Cooley Law School Stadium. He's Jesse Goldberg-Strassler. I'm Adam Jackson. You're watching this great stream thanks to our excellent crew covering Game 9 of the Lemonade League, featuring multiple players from the D1, D2, D3, NAI, and JUCO levels. And tonight, the Lug Nuts pouring it on. First pitch swinging, Davis handles and throws accurately to Morrow. 1 pitch, 1 out, and down goes the 9-hitter, Brock Henley. Well, the Lug Nuts have been relentless with their hitting and their runs scored. 2 in the first, 5 in the second, and 4 more in the third. They've scored 11 on 10 hits. No errors defensively, while the Locos have scored 4 on 6 hits with the 1 error. Back to the top of the card, it's Adam Purdy. Fastball outside corner. As Adam Dorstowitz, Adam v. Adam here. Dorstowitz working his 4th inning. Down low, ball 1. Purdy tonight, 2 for 2 with a couple singles. Also scored the game's first run. You're wondering, Jesse, we saw Darren Davis get his first night off last night. When does Purdy get his? He's played in all 9 games so far. 2-1. And it's hard to take those 2 out. Davis and Purdy have been the most consistent hitters in this league, each in the leadoff spot for both the Locos and the Lug Nuts. Pitch 4. Flied foul. Conley runs out of room as it escapes up into the seats. 2 balls and 2 strikes. If you're curious, want to come out and support the Lemonade League, watch some baseball, enjoy the 75 to 80 degree weather, watch some beautiful sunsets that we've had, go to LansingLugnuts.com, get your tickets. 2-2, swing and a miss. Purdy went and chased that. Second strikeout for Dorstowitz, 2 down. If you get those tickets, you are required to wear a mask upon entry. You get a temperature check, and then you head out to left field. There's picnic tables out there. There's the Good Hops Craft Beer and Bistro, drinks, food, and you sit down, take the mask off, and watch the game. Hard hit through the right side. And Brandon Shires aboard for the 2nd time tonight. tell you what, from the feedback I've received, Jesse, I don't know what you've been hearing, but the fans have really enjoyed some sort of normalcy, coming to watch some baseball at Cooley Law School Stadium. Obviously, it's not the Lug Nuts, and it's not a normal year, but to come out and watch a ball game and enjoy the food, enjoy the beverages, enjoy some of your company, and just watch the game of baseball, it's been great to have. And tip of the cap to the Lug Nuts staff for getting this Lemonade League started and having it be so successful as we're nearly halfway through the 20-game season.
Had Mayor Andy Shore here at yesterday's game. But just all the folks supporting the players, whether they know them personally or, as you said, just getting back into the feel of watching baseball.
Dorstowitz to Steigels, and it's outside. So many local guys like a Michael Steigels, who grew up 15 minutes from here north in DeWitt. Lansing natives, DeWitt natives. Inside, 2-0. Got Ann Arbor natives, Eaton Rapids, Grand Rapids, all across the mitten. A lot of those select spots in Michigan represented in the Lemonade League. 2-0. Hit hard at third. Good glove by Connolly. Slips out, gets it back, and makes the play. Shire gets the base hit, but that's it. Dorstowitz rolling through 4. He's given up just the 4 runs. All Lug Nuts by 7.
Hey, want a chance to be featured on a Lemonade League broadcast? How to win an all-inclusive Lug Nuts Suite experience from Farm Bureau? Submit a video of you, your family, your friends. Shoot even your dog or cat. Sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." You know the words. Enter at www.milb.com/Lansing/fans/contests. That's this summer's 7th inning stretch presented by Farm Bureau Insurance.
Bottom of the 4th inning, 11-4 Lug Nuts on a beautiful Saturday night in downtown Lansing. Jesse Goldberg-Strassler, Adam Jackson with you tonight. And we've got a new pitcher on the hill for the Locos. It will be Michael Steigels. So he's going to get some runs tonight, taking over for Ryan Abenth. Third pitcher tonight for the Locos, trying to find a way to calm down this Lug Nuts offense, who has been on fire for the last 4 games.
Yeah, so looking around the defense, Alex McCormack is now playing right field, and the first baseman is now Cade Preston, who is DHing to start. You got that?
I do. Thank you very much, Jesse.
Michael Steigels had been listed as a two-way player on our roster to start off the Lemonade League, but this is the first time that we're actually seeing him toe the rubber.
Let's see what he's got.
He had made 1 appearance for Oakland before this past year's baseball season was ended. He received the loss. He went 3 innings.
Well, he'll face Drew Kavanaugh, Van Acker, and Darren Davis.
By the way, in that game, he did strike out 4 batters.
This one's jammed over to short. Shire has it. Strong throw to Preston, just beating Kavanaugh for out number 1. Well, that's a good start for Steigels. It is a little bit easier for Steigels to start with the bottom of the order, but again, up and down the order tonight, it has not been easy for any of these Locos pitchers. That includes Van Acker, 1 time reaching base with the walk, then scored the run. And the Eaton Rapids Greyhounds, a ahead 1-0. Now playing collegiately with Concordia. He started to do some damage last night. A guy that's been off to a slower start in the league, but 2 RBI single last night, swiped a bag, scored a run, had 3 RBIs in all. This one is drifting out to left and dropping in. Good swing and contact from Acker. He's on for a second time tonight out of the 9 spot.
He is getting his swing going.
More of what we've come to expect from a talented swinger in Van Acker. Now his 3rd hit, and turning over the card to Darren Davis, who has been extremely consistent. The Toledo Rocket 2 for 3 tonight. Triple, single, 2 runs scored. Foul tips the first pitch into the glove of Craig Paladar. Yo 1. Fastball away. Davis, the only Rocket in the Lemonade League, playing for Rob Reinstedel, who's in his 2nd year as the Toledo head coach. 1-1. And Jesse, speaking of the MAC, some tough news today as the conference officially became the first FBS conference to announce no fall sports. And you're wondering for guys like Darren Davis and others, as that's fouled back, how does that potentially affect spring sports? Because the plan has been, or they're thinking, they want to try and play the fall sports in the spring so those student athletes get an opportunity to compete this year. But it's going to be really difficult because of the spring schedules that are already set for teams that compete like in baseball and softball and so on. 2-2 is ripped foul. Davis remains 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I think that there are a lot of questions ahead, but the answers are not necessarily good ones.
On the ground, under the glove of Steigels, back up the middle. Acker up to 2nd, Davis aboard for a 3rd time tonight. And this Lug Nuts offense just keeps humming along. Well, another DeWitt Panther, Mark Connolly. And another great game tonight at the plate. A walk, RBI single, and a hit by pitch. He scored all 3 times as well. Got to be fun here. Steigels against Connolly. DeWitt Panther against DeWitt Panther in downtown Lansing.
But Steigels 2 years older.
So that means he should have the upper hand here, right? That's down low and a favorable 2-0 count to Connolly.
You've got the generations of DeWitt Panthers. Steigels on the mound, Cade Preston at first base.
They're all over the place.
Garrett Larner.
You got any more, or is that everybody?
Let me check. Oh, Nolan Knopf.
That's all of them. 5 DeWitt Panthers.
That should do it.
Get you some local flavor. Steigels 2-1. And he's behind 3 balls and a strike.
It's like he knows the scouting report on Connolly is go to the outside corner. Keep it away from him. But he's just not able to locate out there.
I just don't know how these guys are keeping straight faces.
Mark Connolly, the majority of the time, doesn't. He's got a big smile on his face as he's playing these games.
Steigels all business. Ready with the 3-1. Bounce to 2nd. Compton flips to 2nd to Shire. Back to 1st, a double play. And Steigels does indeed win that battle and hold the Lug Nuts scoreless for the first time tonight. We're through 4, and the Lug Nuts lead 11-4.
I don't break bats. I wear them out.
Some say Josh Gibson hit over 960 home runs in his 17-year career. He was the indisputable home run king of the Negro Leagues. His fame as a slugger rivaled Satchel Paige's renown as a pitcher. Gibson would stand in the batter's box and confidently stare down the man on the mound. Then, in his semi-crouched, flat-footed stance, he'd slam the ball without taking a stride. The regular result was a long home run. But Gibson's talents weren't limited to the batter's box. On those occasions he didn't hit the ball out of the park, he was quick around the bases. And he was an outstanding catcher with a rifle arm and remarkable agility for a big man. The Pittsburgh Crawfords and the Homestead Grays shared Gibson's talents with the Latin Leagues during the late 30s and early 40s. A few months before Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier in the major leagues, Josh Gibson suffered a fatal stroke. The baseball world lost one of its greatest masters. In a belated honor, Josh Gibson was elected into the Hall of Fame in 1972.
Through 4 innings tonight, it's the Lug Nuts up 11-4. The last time they've won, that was the identical score a couple of nights ago, 11-4. And the night before that, they won 11-4. Last night, losing 15-11. For the first time tonight, the Lug Nuts making a pitching change. Jesse, Adam Dorstowitz had a pretty good night. 4 innings pitched, gave up 7 hits, the 4 runs, 3 walks, couple of strikeouts, and the man replacing him is a Cameron, and it's Cameron Marnin.
You know, I think it was just big that Adam Dorstowitz gave them innings. He recorded 12 outs in this game. Cameron Marnin from LCC. He has made 3 appearances. He's worked so far 3 2/3 innings, and he struck out 6.
Cade Preston, Alex McCormack, and Craig Paladar, 4 through 6. Middle of the order is who he'll face. Second pitch, Preston sends it deep to left center. Cornwell takes it in front of Rydquist for out number 1. Preston a good swing after homering earlier tonight. Just missed that one.
I mean, basically the Lug Nuts defense. Jake Rydquist was playing Preston back on the warning track.
Well, I don't blame him because the Locos have had 2 home runs so far in this league, and they're both from the man that just flied out. So respect his power. Here's the GVSU Laker, McCormack swinging and fouling the first pitch out of play.
What I remember of Cameron Marnin, fastball curveball guy. So right now challenging, trying to get out in front with the fastball. And then it goes to the curve as his out pitch.
Can he keep these Locos hitters tame? They did get a 3-run third and scored in the first. That second pitch climbs the ladder. McCormack tonight has had an excellent eye, 2 walks. Came around to score in that 3-run third. 2-1.
I really do think, because of yesterday's game ended early with the Lug Nuts running out of pitching, how crucial it was for Adam Dorstowitz to give them 4 innings. Doubleheader tomorrow, remember.
That's a bouncer that gets through the middle. First hit tonight for McCormack. He's on for a 3rd time. Yeah, I thought that same thing, Jesse. Remember, if you're just joining us tonight, only played 6 innings last night. Typically, we'll play 7 here in the Lemonade League, but because we saw so many runs and so many pitchers struggle, they just decided to cut that 7th inning off, save some arms. But you're right, we've still got tonight to finish up, and then we'll play 2 5-inning games tomorrow in that doubleheader scenario. This is Craig Paladar in the 6th spot. He's had a nice night. And over to second goes Alex McCormack.
Throw back to the mound. Got away from the pitcher Martin. Just a poor throw from Hunter Lay, I believe.
Give McCormack credit. Clearly paying more attention than I was as I had looked down. Paladar takes it down low, 2-0. RBI single for Paladar in that third inning. Again, it's been the 2-out rallies tonight for both squads, more so by the Lug Nuts. They scored all 5 in the second with 2 outs in the inning. And then we saw the same exact thing from the Locos in the next half inning, scoring all 3 runs with 2 outs.
So 1 out right now. Don't get excited yet.
Yeah, this will be an out. Or a hit by pitch.
Ooh.
And man, is Hunter Lay all right down there. He took the ricochet.
Caught him in the dome. Banged right off the mask.
Mitch Treziak walking out to give him a little extra time. Here's that look. Came off the elbow and just squared him up right in the face mask.
That's why a catcher is masked, although there's only so much force that can be absorbed.
Yeah, still doesn't feel good. That'll ring your bell literally for a couple of seconds, and looks like he's all right though. So with the 1 out, now runners at first and second, and here's Ben Compton, who's starting to find his groove. After reaching all 4 times last night, Compton has had an RBI single here tonight. Compton calling time. Looks like we had a shoe that needed to be tied out there at second. And there's the strike to Compton. I believe Alex McCormick had to tighten up his shoe, and a couple of Lug Nuts, Acker and Davis up the middle, giving him some grief out there. Big swing and a miss. Compton went after that pitch, 1-2.
He was jumping out of his shoes.
By the way, his shoes looking great. White Nikes. It's a clean look there for Ben Compton, the Olivet Comet. 1-2. Off the dirt. Good stop by Lay. Keeps the runners where they're at.
Down 11-4. Those runners are not going to move unless they are certain they can move up without a play being made. It's just one of those things you can't chance anything right now.
See, still having issues out there with the Adidas. I mean, the Nikes are working for Compton. The Adidas for McCormick coming untied. That one buzzes the head there of Compton as he has to back out of the way. 3-2. I don't play favorites. I like both, but
yeah,
in this scenario.
Martin, Nike guy on the mound.
3-2 swing and a miss for the Nike guy in the box. Compton goes down for the first strikeout for Martin.
That surprised Ben Compton. That ball was in the catcher Lay's mitt as Ben Compton was pulling the trigger and trying desperately to catch a piece.
Now I'm just staring at cleats.
All right, break it down. Sean Hattlesey looks like the Nikes.
Are those black and white Nikes, though? Or are those green and white? Or purple and white? Because Albion's purple. Can't tell.
You had mentioned, hey, Darren Davis, Toledo. Darren Davis and Sean Hattlesey are great old friends. Same high school.
And this one's rocketed out to right, sliding down last second. It's picked by Walker for the third out.
Break down the shoes.
Well, Hattlesey hits it out to Walker, and we'll take a look at those. Look at this. Fresh whites and a nice slide. Hopefully a good photo shoot right there. And Walker helps keep the Locos off the board. Bottom 5 coming up next.
Sparrow Medical Minute, the latest health news and information from Sparrow, Mid-Michigan's healthcare leader.
I'm Cheryl Fritz here with Hillary Turansky, physician assistant with Sparrow Occupational Health. Employers are concerned about how to keep their employees healthy and make them feel safe as they return to work. How does Sparrow Occupational Health help?
So Sparrow's goal is to be a partner in health with the local employers. We've developed a program to help make sure that they can return back to work safely. This includes an online screening tool as well as the availability for Sparrow staff to come on site and help with screening. Occupational Health also offers COVID screening. This includes the nasal PCR swab as well as the antibody testing. We can evaluate employees that are ill and give guidance on when they can return back to work safely.
Where can people get more information on this important topic?
They can call Sparrow Occupational Health at 517-364-3900.
Very helpful. Thank you so much.
Medical Minute, brought to you by Sparrow. For health, for care, for life.
Blue light lime over here.
Grapefruit.
Blood orange, me, Barry. Got it. Oh! Oh! Barry, you son of a bass. Oh. Just yanking your hook. When you're at the lake, you drink Labatt. That's lake law.
We begin the bottom of the fifth with the Lug Nuts in front, 11-4, as we close in on 9 o'clock Eastern Time in early August 2020. And we've got a new pitcher on the mound for the Locos. It'll be Brandon Shire. So an opportunity for Brandon Shire. We mentioned last night that pitchers were running low in availability and usage right now because of the lengthy amount of games we played this week and how many runs and at-bats it happens. So Shire, normally an infielder, will pitch here tonight. And he pours in a strike to Andrew Morrow, the Michigan State Spartan. Morrow, then Zaid Walker and Colin Cornwell. Shire, the SVSU Cardinal. Swing and a miss from Morrow. And it's 0-2. We've got some defensive changes as well. We're working on getting those to you. Zach Hickey is now in at third base, taking over for Brock Henley.
Henley is now at shortstop.
And he's taking over for Brandon Shire, who just airmailed that pitch. Little smile on his face as that one came out of his hand incorrectly. So Hickey at third. Henley swings over to short. Anybody else you notice, Jesse? A 1-2 fouled back.
No, so here's my guess. My guess is that Zach Hickey now bats in Michael Steigel's spot in the order, with Steigel's now out of the game.
I think you have made a correct assumption there. This is hit the other way, just over the glove of Preston into right, and Morrow reaches. He is on for a fourth time. 2 hits, 2 walks. The top 6 in this order tonight. Just take a look at your scorecard, Jesse, for the Lug Nuts. 3 hits for Davis in the 1 hole. Hit for Connolly and a walk and an HBP. 2 hits for Morrow and a couple of walks. Zaid Walker, who's now up. Double, reached on a fielder's choice, 3 RBI. Colin Cornwell, the 5-hitter, 3 hits. Hunter Lay, the 6-hitter, 2 hits. Remarkable job by this order tonight for the Lug Nuts.
Adam, let me take it a step further, okay? So from Davis, Connolly, Morrow, Walker, Cornwell, they have had 18 plate appearances. Out of all of those, you know how many outs they've accounted for?
1, 2.
So Davis grounded out, that's 1. Zaid Walker flied out and hit into a fielder's choice, so that's 2 more. Now we got 3. Connolly hit into a double play.
Lifted out to right, Trummel for McCormick, and it drops in fair beyond Preston. So another base hit for Zaid Walker, who's on for a 3rd time with his 2nd hit. Morrow advances to 2nd.
So now you can say 19 plate appearances, and out of all of those, only 3, make that 4 times. 4 times the players got out. 15 out of 19. Those 5 batters have reached base.
Pretty darn good, huh?
That's wild.
That's how I kept trying to define last night's game, wild. We're getting more wildness tonight. Every night, the Lemonade League delivers. Up top to Colin Cornwell. Teammate on teammate here. Couple of SVSU Cardinals. led by second-year head coach Steve Jacksa, went to the GLIAC championship last year, and now hitting and pitching against one another.
You know who I feel for? People enjoy baseball for all sorts of different reasons. It's the people who enjoy baseball for great pitching, because the hitters have owned this league.
Offense sells, right? That's sometimes the knock on baseball is it's a little slower or nothing's happening, and not here. You like the strikeouts, you like to see the pitchers dominate, you're going to get some strikeouts, but we've seen a ton of offense. And the 2-1 glides away, 3-1 on the lefty Cornwell, who's trying to reach for a fourth time. Every time he's stepped to the plate tonight, he has brought in runs. Can he do it again here? RBI single, 2-run triple. Oh, he was swinging for it right there, full count. Brandon Shire, in the meantime, looking for that first out. Payoff pitch to Cornwell. Runners take off. This is slicing down the line. Hattlesey makes the catch. Could double off Morrow, and he does as he gets it to Henley. 2 down. That's Compton, rather, that caught it at the bag, but on the aggressive double run there from Walker and Morrow, pays off for the Locos.
Good job by Walker getting back, or that's a triple play. That baseball was sliced so hard, it just stayed up there for Sean Hattlesey. And Andrew Morrow was caught in no man's land.
Now it's Hunter Lay.
Walker's done.
And he gets him. How about that? The first 2 reach with base hits. And in Shire's debut on the hill, he only faces 3 batters. We're through 5. Still all Lug Nuts up 11-4 with 2 to play.
Come play in Greater Lansing. Come play in Greater Lansing. You'll love our perfect mix of old and new, big city buzz and small town charm. And visiting is easy because it feels like home. Catch Spartan spirit, share an intimate meal, roar with the crowd, or relax in the links. Reconnect with family and make memories that will last a lifetime. Give yourself a weekend and come play in Greater Lansing.
You can hear it, different voices, a whole new spirit. Ooh, people working together from every walk of life, making changes for the better. We've come so far, look where we are. It's a whole new attitude. Yeah, things are changing. We're celebrating people like me and you. We're making it happen day by day. We're making it happen our own way. You can sing your song here, 'cause you belong here. Lansing, we're making it happen.
Off we go to the 6th inning from Cooley Law School Stadium. I'm Jesse Goldberg-Strassler with Adam Jacksa. Big thanks to everybody on the crew. To Audrey, to Mitchell and Terry, Chris, Daniel, and everybody else helping out, pitching in, making sure that you can see what's going on in the Lemonade League. Cameron Marnin here. Fires high and wide, and ball 1 to open up the 6th.
Will they actually be pitching in? Because we potentially could use them later tonight or tomorrow, so warm up the arms.
This is Brock Henley who takes a called strike. Henley began the game at third base. Now he's playing shortstop. They have shuffled around this Locos offense and defense as they've put in position players to pitch. That tail's wide. It is felt very much to me, Adam, like it is in Little League, you know, where the manager goes out to the mound and calls in the shortstop or calls in the right fielder.
They just switch spots.
2-1. That's a strike at the knees. Well framed by catcher Lay. Henley is 1 for 2 with a single. The Locos down by 7. Arnon's pitch pushed foul down the right side.
Have they shuffled things up like dare I say, the Dean bus stops here?
Yes.
Hat shuffle.
Rounded to the right. Rounded to the left. Crisscross, y'all. Breaking ball off the fist into shallow left center for a base hit. Cornwell gets it in. Second single of the game for Brock Henley. Top of the order time. Here comes Adam Purdy once again. Henley, if you remember, some games back had that 2-double game in the Lemonade League. This is his first multi-hit game since then. Strike on the outside corner to Purdy, who also is enjoying a multi-hit game. 2 for 3, singles in the first and the second. And he scored the Locos' first run all the way back in the first.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm going to ask anyway.
All right. Purdy smacks it to Acker. Shovels to Davis. Over to first, not in time. Backed up well by Lace, sliding over toward the dugout. Adam Purdy stays at first base. Fielder's choice for the Locos. 1 gone for pitcher Brandon Shire.
Any idea if we're going to have any sort of awards or a Lemonade League MVP?
I think that's a great question.
Because if we are, Adam Purdy's certainly a candidate because he's been pretty good.
Yes, he has been. And you brought your own rim shot. Another chance for Acker to Davis. Over to Morrow. In time. Double play, side retired. And onward we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Lug Nuts up 11-4. Now their defense acting like a unit.
Every Lemonade League game broadcast is brought to you free across multiple social and digital platforms, including the Lug Nuts Facebook and Twitter pages. These live-streamed webcasts are made possible by the following Lug Nuts partners: Farm Bureau Insurance, Jackson National Life Insurance, Dan Henry Distributing, Granger, General Motors, Blue Cross Blue Shield, LaughQ, Dean Transportation, WMU Cooley Law School, Capital Region International Airport, Lansing Board of Water and Light, Physicians Health Plan, Meyer, Gordon Food Service, Michigan Student Aid, and Sparrow. Thank you, thank you, thank you to our partners for helping us out throughout the Lemonade League.
Brandon Shire back to the mound for a 2nd inning for the Locos. Warm-up toss is complete. The throw down by Paladar, and here we go. Bottom of the 6th. Last chance for the Lug Nuts to add to their lead. Otherwise, we really will have seen the Lug Nuts score exactly 11 runs for 4 consecutive games. Exactly 11. That's where they're sitting right now. They've been there ever since the 3rd inning.
It's such an even number. It makes so much sense.
Hunter Lay leads off the bottom half of the 6th. First offering from Shire is golfed into right field. Alex McCormack at number 1. Lay likely finishes 2 for 4. The batter, Jake Rodquist.
Jesse, I got another question for you. I like to ask you questions throughout the broadcast.
I want to go back to your question in the top half of this inning because I don't think that I was done with it.
Okay. You finish that, and then I'm going to ask you another one.
Jake Rodquist takes ball 1. So Adam had said It's the Lemonade League. Are there going to be any postseason awards? Will there be a league MVP? Rydquist fouls it off to the right side. So what I like, as you propose that, is the idea. As you said, hey, what about Adam Purdy? And I started to think, well, you know, Darren Davis has played so well, and Colin Cornwell and more. That's off the inside corner. You know, this brings us right into Heisman Trophy consideration, where they announce the list of finalists and then give you who won it. That hits the outside corner. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that to the table. Here's your finalists. Everybody get dressed up in your suits and your masks. Distance, and now your MVP.
I mean, wouldn't the MVP trophy be like a masked lemonade?
Yes, a lemon slice.
Also, if you win the MVP of the Lemonade League, that immediately goes to the top of your resume.
You would think so.
Now, there's no question.
Nobody else could say it. All right, but I am ready for your next question after this 2-2. Counters run full on Jake Rydquist. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 6th, Rydquist and the Lug Nuts up by 7.
Well, with the absence of Lug Nuts baseball, you and I also have missed out on good eating here at Cooley Law School Stadium.
Curveball hangs high, a 1-out walk.
Jesse and I do 70 games every year, 70 home games, and man, the concession stands at Cooley Law School Stadium are filled with good eats. And we're smelling some good aromas around us, some food down here in the ballpark. So Jesse, my simple question, what food normally here accessible at Cooley Law School Stadium in the season do you miss the most?
You know me, you know the answer. The off speed is down to Drew Kavanaugh. When it gets right into the heart of summertime, and we're past it right now, I know it's August, I know that things are cooling off, and now we're into the low 80s and the upper 70s. Kavanaugh chops to second. Compton grabs. They get the out, and that is all on the lead runner, Rydquist. Brock Henley with the force. Kavanaugh now at first with 2 gone. I love frozen lemonade, Adam Jackson.
I knew it. I mean, I had a thought you might go somewhere else, because I know you have a soft spot for that cottage inn slice that you like to get.
Love myself some good pizza. I also love a good soft pretzel at the ballpark.
But you're a dessert guy in the later innings, Jesse.
I'm a dessert guy. Strike 1 to Van Acker. How about you?
You know what I always got. Or maybe you don't, but let's test your knowledge. Do you remember what I always got? It didn't really matter what ballpark we went to.
Swing and a miss by Acker. Clearly I don't. Clearly, of all the different things that I pay attention to you, food is one of the last ones on that list.
Well, that's all right. I love me a good pretzel. No salt. And give me some cheese with that.
Acker flies this one foul. Right down the right field line for McCormack. Can't quite catch up with it. No balls and 2 strikes. Acker back to the dish.
Hard to beat the pretzels here at Cooley Law School Stadium.
That's probably why I didn't really notice, because I was eating one right next to you.
Yes, we both got those a ton.
Sometimes one of us would go down and get a pretzel for the other one. The South Bend Ben's pretzels.
Oh my gosh, so good.
Champion. Kavanaugh at first.
Good.
Brandon Shire with the 0-2. And that again is fouled off.
But hard to beat the dessert complimentary in Fort Wayne. Oh my goodness.
Woo! The Big Apple.
Yes. Parkview Field never lets us down when we visit there.
Apple dumpling a la mode. Breaking ball grounded foul down the third base side. Acker stays up there.
Got a lot of good spots here in the Midwest League and some really good people working at all those places and some really good food.
We've had a lot of people checking in with us because there's not a lot going on at the rest of the Midwest League or at all those empty ballparks. You know what's happening in a few Midwest League ballparks is it's the alternate site for major league teams, but by and large, the Lemonade League is where it's at. Shire deals. Could not quite bring that curveball to the inside corner.
I suppose we should post the question to the Facebook group chat.
Yes, and YouTube chat and everywhere else where you're watching. You can check in with us on Twitter. What ballpark food are you missing?
We know there's that one that you just are so looking forward to having.
Acker goes down on strikes. First strikeout for Shire ends the 6th. We're going to the 7th inning. Lug Nuts 3 outs away from the win. 11-4, the Locos trail. Let's get this 7th inning going. First pitch of the 7th, a high fastball for ball 1. Zach Hickey followed by Preston and McCormack. For the Locos of the Lemonade League, down 11-4. And that's a strike called at the letters from the right-hander Cameron Marnin. Third inning of work from Marnin. Time called right before he could unleash on 1-1. Fifth inning, pitched around a single and a hit by a pitch. In the 6th inning, pitched around a leadoff single. And now he's behind Hickey, 2 balls and a strike. But 2 scoreless innings from Marnin out of the pen after Adam Dorstowitz went the first 4. Trying to finish things off in the 7th and final inning. Zach Hickey's first plate appearance. And he's ahead in the count, 3-1.
We're getting some feedback in the Facebook live feed group chat.
I love it. Let's get into that. Hickey swings right through it. Count is full.
Rob McMaster says MVP of the league gets a free Lug Nuts hard lemonade at Good Hops, providing they're 21. I think that's a good idea. He also says he misses the super nachos here at Cooley Law School Stadium.
Swatted foul off the netting on the left side. I think he'll find himself in good company there.
Yeah. You can't go wrong with the nachos here at Cooley Law School Stadium. Good choice.
3-2 pitch. Line drive, base hit, center field. Hickey is on. And that is the 10th hit of the game for the Locos. Here's Cade Preston, who homered earlier in the game. Hickey takes off. This is defensive indifference. The pitch outside. All right, so Preston today, a sacrifice fly that he ripped to right, a home run that he crushed to left, and then his last time up, he flied out to very deep center. This one he did not barrel. Shallow left for Rydquist, losing his cap, making the catch at number 1.
Well, he certainly likes to pull the ball, doesn't he, Jesse? All of those going out to left.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Kate Preston? Hang on. First inning, where did he hit it?
Right.
How about the fifth inning?
He hit it to center.
Okay.
That's
Alex
still-
McCormack skies to center field. Colin Cornwell goes back, looks up. That baseball's gone. McCormack to straightaway center, a 2-run shot. 11-6, the Locos trail.
Well, how about that big swing? McCormack, wow. Second one to go straightaway center here in the Lemonade League.
I mean, we are talking over 400 feet and over the top of a 20-foot tall wall out into good hops. Visit the folks. There's some dessert with your dinner.
He says if we lose tonight, it will not be 11-4 for a third straight time. Maybe a little life here in the 7th.
Here's Craig Paladar. Ball 1 to Paladar.
Man, McCormick, what a swing.
Paladar gets time. Just in case Lug Nuts have some action in their pen.
I don't think the folks out there thought their dinner was going to be interrupted.
Ground ball foul. I think that they're glad that it was interrupted,
Yeah.
right? Show up here for a Lemonade League game. Also get a chance to catch a home run.
They're all still out there. See some Lemonade League shirts.
2 balls and 1 strike to Paladar, who is 1 for 2. An RBI single. Had a hit by pitches last time up. Went after that high fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. You were just pulling my leg with the whole Kate Preston likes to pull the ball, weren't you?
No, not at all. Both his home runs went out to left. He's hit a couple of pop-ups out that way.
Served right through the middle of the infield. Paladar's on with the single.
Not every ball out to left, but he's had a good amount.
True. So you're saying if you were the other team, you would shift him out there?
Yeah, I think so. I would go ahead and climb up the wall there on the berm and left and just wait there if you're the left fielder, if that's allowed.
3 of the 4 Locos have hit safely this 7th inning against Cameron Marnin. So they're going to slow him down. Garrett Larner in the pen and joined by a lot of Lug Nuts right now. Pitching coach Riley McCauley talking things through with him. Marnin just a freshman. Attended Eisenhower and now at Lansing Community College. You just saw that warm-up toss. That the throw down to the bullpen got a little high from Larner right over the top of Sotres, and now that baseball is in deep right center for Zaid Walker to go track it down, and underhand all the way up into the apartments, up into the balcony.
Really?
Yes,
Did he?
He got it up there.
Wow, how about that? We talk about that every night. People in the apartments up there watching, and now they've got a souvenir. That's pretty cool.
Locos down by 5. Ben Compton, fly ball center field. Cornwell has a bead, and he makes the catch. And now the Locos are down to their very last out.
I'm going to be honest, Jesse. First try toss, underhand from right center, and he goes up, not onto the concourse, but above that onto a balcony. That's impressive, because that's a small window that he's aiming at.
Hey, hit your cutoff man.
That's right.
Sean Hadlesey bounces the first pitch foul.
You can see it in the... That's impressive to me.
You're still trying to wrap your head around it.
Yeah, I am. That's why he plays baseball and I don't. I would not be able to do that.
I'd like to see you try.
Yeah.
Paladar at first. Hadlesey went right through it. And now the Locos are down to their very last strike. The Locos scored 1 in the first, 3 in the third, 2 here in the 7th on the McCormack home run. There it comes from Marnin. Sean Hadlesey and the Locos still have life. On the other side for the Lug Nuts offense, 2 in the first inning. And then they followed up with 5 in the second and 4 in the third. And then the offense has gone quiet since then. Haven't needed anything else. 0-2. Ground ball to shortstop Davis. Came up on him. Does he have a chance? No. Hattlesey is safe. Paladar to second.
I think I know what happened there, Jesse. He picked his head up to see if he could make the short out at second. Looked up at Van Acker, and when he looked up to see where Paladar was running towards second, he lost the sight of the ball, and that's what made him bobble.
Second error committed in the game by the Lug Nuts D. First Lemonade League error for Darren Davis. Now Brock Henley. Line drive right center, base hit. Paladar around third. He's coming in to score. Hattlesey for third base. Walker's throw is late, and that allows Henley to take second. It's an RBI single overall for Henley. The Locos are down by 4.
And here we go.
3-hit game, Brock Henley. Turn the lineup around for Adam Purdy.
You knew there was a chance this could be interesting.
Well, don't look now. Brandon Shire's on deck. That's a high fly ball hit to left. Rydquist has a play. He makes the catch. The ball game is over. So in the end, the Locos score 3 in the top of the 7th inning, and they fall 11-7. Your final score. The Lug Nuts are now 6-3 in the Lemonade League against the Locos.
Well, nice win here tonight by the Lug Nuts. They've now won 4 of those last 5, and last night they let it get away. They're up 6-0, give up 10 runs, come right back to tie it, and then the Locos get back with another big half inning tonight. Lug Nuts doing what they do best, scoring early, scoring 11 runs, which they've done for a 3rd time this week, and they pick up another victory.
We've got a doubleheader tomorrow, which PA announcer Chris is telling the crowd about currently. 1 o'clock p.m., 4 o'clock p.m. 2 5-inning games, we have been informed. And there are the victorious Lug Nuts. Following the conclusion of this 11-7 win, now they're heading down the right side, out of their dugout, and off they go to get their own post-game meal. Hey, you play for 2 hours, 11 minutes estimated. A game that just flew right by. Now time to eat off all the appetite that you've created.
I think I'm going to have to get myself a post-game meal from somewhere as well.
You better. Take good care of yourself. Welcome into Lemonade League post-game coverage with Adam Jackson. I'm Jesse Goldberg-Strassler. Adam, it's another 11-run output by the Lug Nuts. It's another Lug Nuts win. But it's, again, another game that was dominated by the offense for both teams.
Yeah, and we talked about how dynamic this lineup looked on paper for the Lug Nuts, and they came through. Again, putting the pressure on, 2 runs in the first, 5 in the second, that big half inning, and then they followed that up with 4 more in the third. The top part, and when I say top part of the order, I mean the first 2/3 of the order. The first 6 batters tonight in this lineup were unreal for the Lug Nuts. Each guy getting on at least 2 different times, and most guys getting on at least 3 different times.
Let's go right into the replays, and let's show you some Locos offense at the very start of the game. Adam Purdy leading off with that single right to the pitcher Adam Dorstowitz's legs. Now here's your sac fly hit to right field by Cade Preston. That brings in Purdy, and the Locos led 1-0.
Yeah, it was a good start for them against Adam Dorstowitz, and then the Lug Nuts continue to battle in the bottom half.
Oh, here come the Lug Nuts in the bottom half of the first inning. Getting it done, Colin Cornwell punching the RBI, a single to left field. That brings in Andrew Morrow. It was a 2-run first inning. Now the Locos looking for the answer. But on this single by Adam Purdy, Brock Henley tries to take third, and the throw on the money from Cornwell. The tag by Connolly erases him, ends the inning, and back comes that Lug Nuts offense.
Yeah, good defense on top of the good offense tonight from the Lug Nuts. Did it all.
And the bottom of the second inning, they played 5 runs. Here's Andrew Morrow again, swings and misses, but on the throw into second base, trying to pick off the runner. That goes awry. Darren Davis rushes home to score 1 of 2 runs in the game for Davis. And then this drive to left center field off the bat of Zaid Walker leaves a dent in the wall, a 2-run double, and now they're rocking and rolling.
And remember, 8 straight batters reached here, all coming with 2 outs, and no one was on base when this rally began.
Back to the Locos on offense. That line drive handled cleanly by Connolly. This as the left-hander Adam Dorstowitz started to settle in until Cade Preston launched one.
Yeah, second home run for Cade Preston. He has been dynamite with the power for the Locos, and that kept them in it.
This is the top of the 3rd inning. Craig Paladar with this laser to left field. That drives in Alex McCormack. And the Locos back within 7-3.
Well, it's the same thing we saw earlier this week. Preston gets a home run, gets some momentum for the Locos, and the Lug Nuts came right back with a big inning.
Ben Compton had a big game yesterday, knocked in 3. This single brings in Craig Paladar, and now they're within 7-4. But here are the Lug Nuts. Hunter Lay in the bottom of the 3rd inning. An RBI single to left field. 4 runs for the Lug Nuts in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and they reach that 11-run plateau for a 4th consecutive game, matching the number on the back of Colin Cornwell's uniform. On the other side, there's Adam Purdy. What a great backhand catch. And that ends the frame and averts more damage. So off we go into the Locos bullpen. The double play converted there. Getting them out of the jam, and Zaid Walker on the slide, making the catch in right field to keep things going. But on the other side, there's Walker trying to steal a base. He gets picked off by Brandon Shire. So off we move into the late innings. And once again, defense starting to be the score. The relievers starting to settle in until off we move into the top of the 7th inning. Alex McCormack, dead center field, his first Lemonade League home run.
Yeah, and this one just came out of nowhere. He swung at that first pitch and walloped it right into the fans out there. Big swing from McCormack. Unfortunately for the Locos, not enough, as the Lug Nuts just too good on offense tonight.
So 11-7 is your final score. The Lug Nuts win this one over the Locos. Tomorrow, once again, a doubleheader, 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock. Adam and I will have your pregame show and have all the coverage here from Cooley Law School Stadium. For tonight, though, as we start to wrap it up, Adam, any final thoughts?
Just want to know if the Lug Nuts are going to find a way to score 11 in both 5-inning games tomorrow, just as they've done all throughout this week here. But you got to give credit to the Lug Nuts in all seriousness, Jesse. They put the pressure on. Davis setting the tone at the top all the way down through the order tonight. Everybody reached safely 1 through 9. They had back-to-back long rallies, 5 runs in the second, 4 in the third. Excellent job by the Lug Nuts tonight to bounce back after the wild loss last night.
All right. Well, that'll do it for this coverage of Lemonade League Baseball. Big thanks to everybody in the control room. Mitchell, Terry, Daniel, Audrey, Chris on PA, Jerry, the entire crew. We thank them. Greg Kiger, Tyler Parsons, everybody here with the Lansing Lug Nuts who's doing their job, helping out, and Paul taking care of the field right now. The field is looking beautiful. It's because of everybody working here at the ballpark, especially in the food and beverage department as well, bringing you Lemonade League Baseball, and we're so proud to do it. For Adam Jackson, I'm Jesse Goldberg-Strassler. That final score one last time. The Lug Nuts 11, the Locos 7. Here's wishing you a great night from Michigan State Capitol.